The announcement of the ARP Odyssey revival has been received with so much wonderful enthusiasm and excitement, and all of us here at KORG are very excited too and very thankful for the response since its release. It's a legendary synth, and it's been amazing for me personally to be playing a part in bringing it back after over 40 years. And also it's been nothing short of inspirational to be working with one of ARP's co-founders and lead designer of the original Odyssey, Mr. David Friend. Now, the buzz has sparked some questions among synth fans, and today I'll be answering some of those questions to give you deeper insight into what the new ARP Odyssey is all about. I guess the biggest challenge was that the Odyssey wasn't one synthesizer. It was a series of synthesizers manufactured across a span of 10 years. And during those years it went through changes, both inside and out. So we had to decide which parts to pick from which revisions, and sometimes we couldn't decide. So for example, with the filters, we've included all 3 filters, and for the cosmetic design we'll be releasing the other 2 revisions as limited editions. Well, this color scheme of white and orange and black is iconic of ARP's product line, and we wanted this product to be a bold statement of the return of the brand. It's also the most popular color scheme, and it has the benefit of being the most the most visible, the most easiest to see in low lit conditions. Well, our intent was to make this ARP Odyssey, this experience of the Odyssey, accessible to a wide range of musicians. So not just those who would put up with the large size and the large cost of the originals. Those people are catered for by the second-hand market already. And I think above all, this the KORG designed slim keybed is unlike any other downsized keyboard, and it offers great playability with a much more manageable footprint. Well, the synthesizer is itself is fully analog. The only digital bits are the keyboard scanning and obviously the USB and the MIDI circuitry. Well, the oscillators have a distinctive bright character, and that comes from the topology of the circuit itself. And because this is based on the original circuit, it has those tonal characteristics. The circuit has for example, a very small timing capacitor for the oscillator, and the reset circuit is extremely fast, and this leads to a more zappy edge to the sound, especially when you turn on the oscillator sync. David was especially adamant about having very high pitch stability, and the original Odysseys had very good pitch stability with respect to temperature changes, and it also had great linearity up into the higher ranges. And what this means is that it opens up a wide range of sound making possibilities. Pitch stability doesn't mean that you can just play in tune. It means that you can make very complex sounds using using ring and using FM, and those tonal sounds that you've created will be stable from the very low to the very high notes. Well, as with the design, I think everybody has their favorite Odyssey, so we wanted to cater for everyone. Drive was added for a bit more warmth and harmonic richness, and we thought that would complement the clean sounds of the ARP Odyssey. There's also another trick that you can use to add even more warmth and distortion, which is to plug the headphone output into the audio input, and this inserts the output and feeds it back to the signal mix before the filter, which opens up even more possibilities for tonal effects, and we've included that cable so you can try that straight out the box. So with the filters, we were extremely lucky in that all of the ICs used in the filters in the original are still in production today, so we were able to source those. Many of the other parts we weren't able to source, so it was a case of trial and error, fine-tuning, and repeated testing. I realize there's a connotation with surface mount devices, and that they're inferior to through-hole counterparts. But in general, surface mount technology offers higher electrical stability. It offers lower susceptibility to noise and temperature gradients, purely because of the higher circuit density. So in general, surface mount usually results in overall higher quality, which is definitely the case for the new ARP Odyssey. Implementing MIDI for all of these synth parameters, i.e. to make it fully programmable, would require us to change the circuitry of the synth itself so much that it would be different to the original. I think that's the sole reason. Yeah, absolutely. It was paramount to realize the texture and the feel of the original, despite the fact that it's not the first thing that that springs into your eyes when you see the product. So we literally hunted around the world to find the supplier that can manufacture this texture in this plastic. When we eventually found the right supplier, it turned out to be the same company as for the original. Primarily to protect the sliders. I think these are the most vulnerable parts of the synth, and we wanted to help people look after their synthesizers. Respect for the original.